It says when when the Klal Yisrael conquered the land of Sichem, it says, Al Ken Yemru HaMeshlim, that the kings were all international law, like you say. What was the international law among the Meshlim? That the prize belongs to the victors. In other words, if Sichem took over the land of Meyav, then it belongs to Sichem. And Al Ken Yemru, the expression Al Ken Yemru sounds because of this. Because that Sichem took over the land of Meyav, so that's why it came about. No. Sichem, that's the way the kingdoms were working, that to the victor belongs the spoils, and if you took over the land, it belongs to you. Not like we have today, international law that says give it back. Okay? That was the rule. Do you know why it came in their minds to have such a rule? Because the Rebbeinu Shalom has planned it in advance. So therefore, Leiv Melachim B'Yad Hashem. So it came out this rule. Since the Rebbeinu Shalom said that the Klal Yisrael cannot take the land of Meyav, and he wants to give him the land of Meyav, so what does he do? He sent Sichem to conquer the land of Meyav, and now the Klal Yisrael could take it away from Sichem, and they didn't touch anything from Meyav. They took from Sichem. So out came, because the Rebbeinu Shalom wanted to give this land to the Klal Yisrael, is Yemu HaMeshlim. That's why came out this international rule that all kingdoms agreed to. Okay, so Chazal expand on it. They went off the track, and they made a ganze drasha Al Ken Yemru HaMeshlim as Elu HaMeshlim Berucham. People who think things over, they don't do rashly. Like, for instance, they are mechashet, schar mitzvah, keneged efseidah, schar aveda, keneged schara. And then it goes on, the Chazal go on these psukim. Okay, in other words, what happens? So we could really finish the drasha now. We could say this is what Chazal got out of the Rasha, so we wish the Chosin and Kalu that whatever their actions are should be Al Ken Yemru HaMeshlim. That they should judge it seriously, schar mitzvah, keneged averos, efset mitzvah, keneged tzlor. And that's what we say when we comes to slichus. We say we regret that we did something that is Velam Hazeh, which is just short-lasting, and we gave up something that is long-lasting. Anyway, but we're not going to stop here. But anyway, this is what the Chazal are telling us. From this parsha, we get that there should be machshavos. Just like you see, the Rebbeinu Shalom made a ganze circle. We didn't know why Sichem won the land of Meyav, and why this happened, and why that happened. You see how it came out. So you have to remember that whatever you do, the Rebbeinu Shalom is going to come out to whatever he has. The only thing you have is which road you take to that item. It's your choice. Whatever it's going to be is going to be. How did you go about it? Did it go the kosher way? Did it go the treifa way? That's what you have. Everything is b'yad Hashem except Yerushalayim. So that's what the lesson you learn from this parsha for the rest of your life. Whenever it comes to a decision, I'm not going to say that every minute item has to do with the Maila, but whenever comes a certain decision that you feel that is questionable, that's what you have to sit down and make those cheshbenos. Okay, we know that when there's a mazel tov, we wish in a chasana, we say sheyivnu bayis ne'emun b'Yisrael. That this union should be to build a bayis ne'emun b'Yisrael. Question: where do we have it in the Brachos? In the Brachos, v'hiskin le'binyan adayam. The binyan means to build a house. Not binyan is what is binyan because the woman happened to be a binyan. That's what it means, binyan adayam. But meaning that this binyan, that they build a bayis ne'emun, should go on, b'Yisrael adayam, the children, the grandchildren, and so on and so forth, should continue on with the same tradition of binyan bayis ne'emun b'Yisrael. When a child is born, which is binyan bayis ne'emun b'Yisrael, so what happens? The first teacher of that child happens to be the mother. Well, it's a child, and you have a remez in the Haggadah. The Haggadah said, it doesn't say at psachle. So whose job is it to explain to her, the mother? And when the mother used to rock the cradle, she used to sing him songs of Yerushalayim. The Torah is a good eschere, the best eschere, and so on and so forth. So to go into the ears of that little infant, that he should be tuned to the music of Torah, that it should become to him. So that's the first job of chinuch, belongs to the mother. After a while, the child gets older, then the father takes over and he teaches him further. So really, what does the mother instill in the child? Doesn't instill Torah, she doesn't learn with him Brachos or even a girl today. You know, to teach him that. You teach him Yiras Shamayim. That's all you do. An emunah pshuta. And why is every Rebbein Shalom created the world and everything on Yiras Shamayim? And then the father takes over later on, and he goes into Torah already, into the rough stuff. He goes into the basar v'lechem, the solid stuff. We know that the Kala's name is Hilny. Hilny, we know, the only Hilny we happen to know is there was a Hilny Hamalka. Hilny Hamalka, so the Mishnah says that she made a menera shel zahav. She was a queen, so she had money. So she donated a golden menera, and the golden menera was not to light anything on it like the regular menera. They had a menera, and they put it on the eastern wall of the Beis HaMikdash. So when the sun shines over there, it sparks off rays, and they know it's time to lay in Krishma. That was the whole purpose. Okay, so lay in Krishma, Yiras Shamayim. That was the job of Hilny. Hilny was taught to develop Hashem Echad, Yiras Shamayim. That's what it was. You will ask, why a menera? I mean, menera, you could put any piece of gold, will shine. Why'd you have to make in the looks like a menera? So the answer you could say is, look, the menera is in the Beis HaMikdash was made. That was the mashal of the Torah. The menera so this was the Torah Chachma. No. So she said, you want to go since a menorah is the basis for the Torah Dike Chachma, so you know, so Yiras Shamayim also has to be in the form of a menorah. That no matter in what way of life, whether you're this type of a life, 7 ways of different lives, whatever, it's just it's a symbol of coming together for Yiras Shamayim. Because she knows that the following the full life of the child will be in the menorah. It will be in Torah. That's what it will be. So she based her Yiras Shamayim that he should want to sit and to be a ben Torah. So that was the job of the Hilny, what Hilny showed. And you could say that she prepared him, she prepared the child, him, her, prepared the child to go on the Derech HaYosher, like I said, Binyam Bayis Neman B'Yisrael. And then, finally, it comes to a person named Aaron, as we know, going back a few parshas, naturally. Vaydaber Hashem el Aaron le'meir ba'aleisches haneres el mol pnei hamneiro yohiru shivas haneres. When Aaron will light the menorah and teach the child the Chochmah or the Torah, so he'll tell him, he says, the only, you know, the whole purpose of Chochmah, the 7 branches of menorah is, like the Welt says, the 7 Chochmas of the world. And if the 7 Chachmas of the world get together only for one reason, for Torah. If you're learning these Chachmas of the world for anything else, it's Chachma. Nothing, it's a Chachma. You're learning it for Torah, then it's Torah. If you're learning how to cure a machale, and if you're saying, why are you learning it? You want to be a doctor to make a lot of money? Is that the reason? Or is it that, you know, there's a mitzvah called that you have to pikuach nefesh, you know, I have to take care of it. I want to learn that mitzvah. And the only way I could learn that mitzvah is by learning to become a doctor. And so on and so forth. You could go throughout anything. There are a lot of pages in the Gemara, Dafim and Dafim, all about medicines. Which medicine you take for a sickness, you say, this is Torah, this is pharmacy or doctor or whatever it is. There it says, it's Mekayim a mitzvah. What? The mitzvah of saving a life. So it's Torah. If you go and learn it on your own, not because of Torah, then it's Chochmah. Then it has nothing to do. So that's what it tells Aaron. When you light the menorah, el mol pnei hamneiro yohiru shivas haneres. All the Chochmas in the world should be only for the purpose of Torah. So you teach your child, you want to know mathematics, beautiful, very know mathematics. You know what it has to do with Torah? Oh, you have to build a sukkah, you want to know this, you want to know that, okay, fine. Or you want to know the size of a becher, that you have to make mathematics, or even higher mathematics, fine. All that is Torah. If you want to make it a living, who says it's also? You have to make a living too, but it's not Torah then. So therefore, we wish the Chassan Kala, since Hilny is the one that will start, which it says, first it says, Reishis Chachma is Yiras Hashem. Yiras Hashem has to come before Torah. In other words, if a person learns Torah because it's a knowledge, it does not penetrate him. But if he learns it after there's a Yiras Hashem that says Torah is the best chayra, and the Beisham said to learn, then it penetrates him. So therefore, Hilny Mitzvah Hashem will start the thing rolling and teach the child the Yiras Shamayim, and the Narim will take over and continue in Torah, but the Yiras Shamayim to be Reishis Chochma, Yiras Hashem, and the Mele, and all the Deiras, they'll be some Shebenchim with many Deiras afterwards, Abias Mashiach Tzidkenu, that it shall all come into them the same Mahalach and the same point, and to build a base, never be soil. Mazel tov.
I thought it would do Mashiach now, tonight.